What's going on, boxing fans? This is Kenneth, SBM Boxing, Speak Boxing. I'm over here in Oceana, North Carolina. I'm out here for business. I haven't been out here ever in my whole entire life. This is what Oceana looks like. Yep, it's beautiful. It's nice. It actually reminds me of Key West. Actually, the beach is right there outside my hotel window, which I'll show you in a little bit. So it really does look like that. It's real nice. I'm out here for business. Like I said, I was bored. Ain't shit out here to do because the weather's not too good whatsoever. So I decided to grab some Tecate and go ahead and talk boxing. I haven't created a video in a while. I've been out on the road, just flying everywhere, trying to establish myself in my business. But let's go ahead and talk boxing anyways. This beer is nasty as shit. It tastes like piss. So I'm sorry if I offended anybody whatsoever, but I decided to go ahead and grab it. I never drank it before in my life, but I know I always see it. It's sponsored in boxing. I respect it and stuff like that. I apologize if I've hurt anyone's feelings, but it tastes like shit. So anyways, let's go ahead and talk boxing. Anyways, let's talk about Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao is set to take someone. Who's going to fight? I have no idea who Manny Pacquiao is going to fight, but I do know in the Brandon Rios and Alvarado fight, Marquez, who beat Manny Pacquiao, and Timothy Bradley, who beat Manny Pacquiao as well, were in the fight. Why were they in the fight? More likely to see Brandon Rios beat Alvarado, and whoever, I guess, take on Brandon Rios. Alvarado's not a big draw or anything like that. Doesn't have too much of a backing, but Rios definitely, he's accumulated a lot of fans and stuff like that. And he has a pretty strong backing, Rios itself. But upset, Alvarado pulled it off. Is that fight going to happen? Yeah, everyone thinks that Alvarado versus Rios is going to happen, but I feel like that fight's not going to happen, you know? I don't think Rios is going to get shot. I think Brandon Rios is probably going to fight Juan Marquez or go ahead and take on Timothy Bradley, one of those two. But I don't think that third fight's going to happen between those two. But that was a hell of a fight. I think that fight should definitely happen. Do I think the Pacquiao's going to take Marquez? I have no idea. Is Timothy Bradley going to take on Marquez? I have no idea. But I know Bob Arum would like for the comeback from Manny Pacquiao to either fight Timothy Bradley or fight Juan Marquez. There's nobody else besides, you know, Mayweather's not going to fight whatsoever. I think Mayweather might take on Canelo in December or September or something like that after beating Robert Guerrero. Yes, after beating Robert Guerrero. My predictions are Mayweather's going to beat Robert Guerrero. I don't care what the Boxing Genius says. I don't care what the Godfather says. I don't care what anyone says. I think Robert Guerrero's going to get his ass whipped. But we're not here to talk about Mayweather. We're not here to talk about nobody else but Manny Pacquiao. Where's Manny Pacquiao going to go ahead and fight? He's not going to fight in the U.S. At least that's what his representative, his spokesperson, you know, Rose Tamayo, whatever her name is. At least that's what she's saying. Manny Pacquiao, for tax reasons or whatnot, I think the taxes in the U.S. are too much or whatever. He's going to fight someone in Singapore or possibly Dubai. They're not sure where the venue or what, but it's not going to take. It's going to be outside the United States. But they're still not sure. But the target date is September. It is. It is in September. Now everyone knows that he suffered that devastating knockout of Juan Marquez, and this was shit. That was bad. That shit was terrible. But Marquez says on one end, you know what? Pacquiao. If I'm gonna fight Pacquiao, I want a bigger purse. I want a bigger percentage because I'm the champ. And then he says, you know, I don't have nothing else to prove. That fourth fight was to basically prove to the world of the last three fights who was the better boxer. So I have nothing else to prove. But then again, I see him chasing all these other fighters. That really doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. If you're going to fight somebody, fight Manny Pacquiao again. Why are you going to sit there and chase somebody else? And especially you're about to retire. You're not going to make, it doesn't matter who you fight, a Manny Pacquiao or Mayweather Jr., them two fighters itself are going to generate more money in your pocket regardless who gets a bigger purse. You're 20%, you're 80-20, you're 20% with fighting against Manny Pacquiao. It's a larger amount than 80% fighting Brandon Rios, man. Like, it just doesn't make any sense, you know. So a higher percentage doesn't mean shit, you know. And it just says a lot. It says a lot about you, and it says a lot where your mindset is, because if you're sitting there trying to retire, don't be a hypocrite. I like you, don't get me wrong, Marquez. you know what, you're a legend of boxing, but don't be a hypocrite. You know, don't sit there and just make excuses. You know, this guy's a beast. He doesn't have no reason to make excuses whatsoever. But make sense of what you're saying. You know, numbers don't lie. So if you're gonna sit there and say, you know what, I deserve a higher percentage on the Manny Pacquiao fight, but you're gonna easily clear $15 million at a higher, not even, so say for instance you're gonna clear $6 million because you're gonna get a lower percentage against the Manny Pacquiao fight. You want a higher percentage, but then again, you're going to get a higher percentage if you fight Timothy Bradley or Brandon Rios. You're going to get an 80% cut, but you don't even come close to $6 million. You fucking fight, you're going to fight for $2 million because you're fighting somebody that's not going to generate as much as revenue as a pay-per-view draw as a Manny Pacquiao. So it just doesn't make sense. So if you're really in it for the money, don't care about the percentage, just go ahead and fight Manny Pacquiao. So it just doesn't. That, forget it. Never mind, guys. I'm just venting right now. But anyways, who do I think Manny Pacquiao's gonna? Who do I think he should fight? I don't even think he should have fought Marquez. I think he should have fought Timothy Bradley, but that fight never happened. I think for him to fight Timothy Bradley right now, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't. You know, Timothy Bradley looked like dog shit. He looked like shit his last fight. Not to take anything away, but it just he looked like shit. You know, he showed a lot of heart. He showed you that he can brawl and he has a chin and stuff like that, but he looked sloppy, man. He definitely looked sloppy. He didn't look impressive whatsoever. The only fight I would want to see Manny Pacquiao fight is Floyd Mayweather Jr. That's it. That's pretty much the only fight. I would have liked to see him fight Robert the Ghost Guerrero, but you know, Mayweather's fighting him. So I would have liked to see him possibly fight Canelo, but Canelo's at 154, and Manny Pacquiao's definitely not going to come up at 154. Manny Pacquiao go ahead and fight Paulie Malignaggi, but Paulie Malignaggi is going to fight Andre Berto. So there's really no one else for Manny Pacquiao to fight besides Juan Marquez or Timothy Bradley. So flip a coin. It really doesn't matter to me. I'm not excited for them two opponents that Bob Arum might go ahead and fight. I'm still going to pay for it and to watch the pay-per-view. But guys, let me know what you guys think. I know this is a pretty dead, boring-ass video. But that's the update with Manny Pacquiao. Who do you guys think he should fight? You think he should take on Timothy Bradley? Do you think he should take on Juan Marquez for the 5th time? This is Kenneth with SBM Boxing. Friend request, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. Have a good one.